What's up, everybody? Welcome to tonight's show of the Frisco Report. This officially kicks off our off-season coverage of the Cowboys. Let's see what these clowns do, bro. The circus is in town. The circus is in town. Jerry Jones and company. They are in Mobile, Alabama, attending the Senior Bowl. Mike, today was a day of the news of news. We got a lot of stuff to cover today. Jam-packed. We're going to talk about Jerry Jones' comments, Dan Quinn, the latest on him. The Dak talk going all in. We're going to talk about Senior Bowl favorites to close it out. A little draft stuff to get us going, bro. Get the feet wet, get your beak wet. But without further ado, my co-host Mike, what's going on, bro?
What's up, man? Jam-packed show, like Joe said. The goats, the realest of reals. All right, we're gonna keep this funky. We're gonna keep this 100. One thing remains the same. One thing's always changed. The star remains forever, and players come and go.
It is, bro. We're in full-blown off-season mode. We've been in it, off-season mode here for a couple weeks now. Yeah, got eliminated. Rehash that, but Mike, let's get it going, man. The news of the day, obviously, talking about the Cowboys coaching staff potential. Looks like Dan Quinn is a finalist for the Commanders and the Seahawks. What's the latest, Mike? What have you heard? What do you think is going to go down here with Dan Quinn?
I think it's going to be a shocker, Joe. I've been hearing that the Commanders and Dan Quinn are actually closer than most people think. What does that mean? That means we could be facing Dan Quinn 2 times a year, all right? And so we'll see what that means. We'll see what that entails. My gut says that he will pick the Commanders. I mean, that's what I'm thinking, Joe, just because the opportunity, a new ownership, new coach, new ownership, how does that evolve? Maybe another team change. So Dan Quinn, that's the type of guy you want in an organization when things are changing, all right? Because Dan Quinn's the type of player to get his players in one room and keep them in that one room and not going to other rooms with distractions, Joe. So Dan Quinn will be the perfect experienced coach for the Commanders with this new ownership, with team change, and with some of the stuff that Dan Snyder left behind.
He left behind the dumpster fire of dumpster fires, the Washington Commanders, the Commodes, the Redskins, right? So I love the chaos there in the NFC East, including us. It's a division of total freaking chaos across the board, top to bottom. Every team's got crazy shit going on. But yeah, man, I think for Dan, guys have their names from consideration, mostly the main guys, Ben Johnson and Slowick from the Texas Lions, right? So 2 big offensive coordinators off the table for Seattle and Washington. So could this be it for Dan Quinn DQ country? All right. We're talking about Dan Quinn, the choke of chokers, Atlanta, 28-3. All right. Cowboys, the program, it just ran out of gas, bro. Right? I mean, yeah, I like what he did with compared to what we had. With who was it? Who was that guy we had here for?
Rod Marinelli,
right?
Richard.
Oh, right, well, him too. So, but I think the Cowboys are in good shape here as far as if he were to go, Mike. Let's talk about that now. What are the possibilities? Who do you think would be in consideration there for the defensive coordinator position if Dan Quinn does, in fact, take one of these jobs?
Oh, yeah, Mike Nolan, that guy. That was a horrible, horrible move by Mike McCarthy. So, Joe, there's rumors out there about Ron Rivera, but I'm going to touch on him in just a second. If you want to go in-house, you got Al Harris, you got Joe Witt. Joe Witt was calling the third down plays for Dan Quinn for 2 years in a row. So, Joe Witt has some experience and some tree bringing from Dan Quinn. But let's talk about Ron Rivera. If you look at the talent he built in Washington, you look at the defense that Cam Newton had when Ron Rivera was there. Ron Rivera knows talent. He has an eye for talent. Dan Quinn knows how to use a player for his strong suit. Ron Rivera knows how to bring players in that are talented and don't have to learn their suit to see how they can play. That's the difference between a Ron Rivera and a Dan Quinn. Not knocking Dan Quinn. I thought Dan Quinn did some major good things, set a good foundation for the next guy, right? Ron Rivera would be my defensive coordinator, Joe. Right now, I would fire Dan Quinn, and I would make him Ron Rivera my new defensive coordinator. Because if you look at his stats with Carolina, if you look at the talent he's brought into the Commanders, it just hasn't all worked out for him. It just hasn't with the Commanders. But I like Ron Rivera. A lot of people are underestimating what Ron Rivera can bring to this football.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a good name here. It's been one that's been rumored. You know, if Dan Quinn were to leave, and I think you get a competent coordinator. I've always liked Rivera more as a coordinator. You have guys that are more suited for the coordinator position, but the fact that he has, experience there. He took Cam Newton to the Super Bowl. Can't forget about that. But what I really like about him is he's able to develop and really hone in on the middle of your defense. He knows defensive tackles. He himself played defense when he was a player with the Chicago Bears, Ron Rivera. So he's got the bloodline. He's got the smarts. And he demands the respect of the players, man. So, I will take him over Dan Quinn quickly, bro. No doubt about it. You said Al Harris as well could be in the mix. They're supposedly if Dan Quinn leaves, these guys may go with him. You can take Dirty. You can take Dirt, the D-line coach, and get the Englishman out of here, bro. Time to move the fuck on. Hadn't developed any of the dudes, bro. Oh, Dorsam. All these guys are running hot and cold. Molly Smith, no development, bro. Nothing, bro. Osa, real little development. Gotten better, but I wanted a lot more from what I've seen from him, bro. So, what's your thoughts about going in, man? Do you think they would, stay in house, or do you think it would be Rivera or somebody else that McCarthy's familiar with?
I think you got to go with Ron Rivera. I'm taking experience over learning. If this is the year to do it, with Mike McCarthy on a 1-year deal with no future intact, no secured future intact. Let me rephrase that. I'm going to go with somebody that's really experienced, and I'm going to go with Ron Rivera versus putting my chips on the table for a learner like Joe Witt or Al Harris.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. That's what it is, man. The other thing here that I like about Ron Rivera is that, he could bring some defenders here that like playing for him. Better players on defense than Dan Quinn. Oh, Keanu O'Neal, all these other fucking little dudes that didn't do jack shit. All these bust players that he drafted with him. Dan Quinn doesn't have a real good eye for talent, bro. And I think his parting gift to us was Mozzie Smith. So,
man,
give me Ron Rivera, and you might be able to even bring in one of his boys, Jonathan Allen, the big behemoth. He hates Washington. He wants to get the hell out of there. He made that clear halfway through the season, Mike. Jonathan Allen's like, I got to get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? This might be the opportunity to make moves. And we're talking about making moves because we're transitioning to Jerry Jones, Mike, going all in. Are you buying or selling this? Everybody's talking about it right now. Let's get takes on it. What does it mean? Are you guys buying or selling in the chat box? Let us know what you guys think.
Joe, this is typical offseason, Jerry. I want to buy it. I want to buy it so bad, Joe, because I want to win. All right. I want to taste that Lombardi. I want to go to a parade in Dallas when we win the Super Bowl. But I got to sell it, Joe. This is Jerry Jones. This is clutch Jerry Jones. This is salesman Jerry Jones. This is let me intrigue you, Jerry Jones. This is wait and find out, Jerry Jones. And all that's going to happen, Joe, going all in, what's the definition of going all in? Is it the Rams? Is it the Eagles? What's the definition of going all in? How do you convince the fans that, hey, we went 12-5 3 years in a row, but I'm gonna go all in. Oh, the fans here going on. The fans ain't buying it though. You look at Twitter, Joe, they're not buying it. All right, they're selling that BS, and I'm gonna be right there with them, Joe. I'm gonna sell the BS.
Yeah, it's really one of those. Until we see it, prove it. It's been all talk. Mike and I were talking about this offline, talking about, every year something, man. So he's the, what do they call it? Snake oil, right? Smoke and mirrors. The salesman sells
gold.
I mean, we all heard his excerpt, talking about, I just want to keep the Cowboys name in there, and that's what's most important to me is that people are talking about the Cowboys. Mike, you and I talk about the standards here for damn Jerry Jones and these guys. Division titles, bro.
Pro Bowlers,
division titles. It's
wild card games.
Yeah. So it's hard to believe him when he says he's gonna go all in and that they want to disrupt doing or what they've been doing. But I gotta show it, bro. For me, and I know a lot of people have been saying the same thing, man. It's just like, we don't believe you, dude. Even Stephen Jones, I don't blame them for not buying it. Well, dude, y'all been doing crap for 30 years just about, man. And it's the same crap, man. I mean, this loss was the most embarrassing loss I, as a fan, have ever gone through, bro. This was worse than when we got beat by the Giants. Number one team. We got bounced. This was terrible.
Definitely terrible, dude. And you can't. I think Steven's worse than Jerry. Like, if Jerry really wants to go all in, I think you have to stage a kidnapping for Stephen Jones, bro. Because Stephen Jones ain't gonna fucking do anything, dude. He isn't. I know Jerry Jones got some balls to do something. We know he does. Charles Haley, Deion Sanders, big time playmakers. Jerry done that, but when Steven started taking over contracts and stuff, all that's gone out the window. Stephen Jones screwed up on Brandon Carr, and that scared Stephen Jones to do anything. That was the last time I think we signed a free agent to a 5-year deal. Well, an outside free agent to a 5-year deal was Brandon Carr, Joe, over 10 years ago. And ever since then, dude, Stephen Jones has never even thought about it. It's been bridge players. It's been this. It's been that. Dude, the world will stop turning before Cowboys go, quote unquote, all in.
Yeah, it's just like you said. What is all in for them, right? All in for us would be, for the average fan, and for you and I, Mike, I'm sure all in would be like, go get you some guys, some dogs, spend some money, make some trades, go all in, push all your chips in. Because if this is the last year for McCarthy and Dak, you might as well, man. You might as well go all in, dude. But all in for them probably means bring them back old ass, beat up ass Tyron Smith, bring him back Chuma Doga, bring him back, other guys, Jordan Lewis, obviously, and Gilmore, some of these other guys. Oh, we're bringing these core guys back. They're good players, right? But
Chuma isn't.
Chuma, I could see them doing that. Goodwin, team's guy, we got him, and this and that, and Doris Armstrong, we're bringing him back, man. He gets sacks, but then he'll disappear for 8 other games,
Oh, I know.
Going all in.
How do you go all in? I mean, you gave up I think you gave up 2/5 and a 1/6. You gave up. So you got I don't know. I don't know how you go all in. You got your salary. You're starting the salary cap negative $20 million. You can only really free up $30 million. And I don't know if I'm jumping topics here, but Jerry didn't commit to signing Dak Prescott long term today.
That was the other news nugget of the day, right? So, I mean, and why commit to that? 2-5 in the playoffs, regular season Dak good, playoff Dak shitty. Lamar Jackson good in the regular season. Lamar Jackson same crap, dude. They're the same player, bro. They don't win in the playoffs, bro. I don't. It blows my mind that you want to keep losing in the playoffs. And there's fans out there like, oh, yeah, man. Let's keep on. Or what are you gonna do? You know,
dude. I think Stephen Jones said something. You have to read between the lines sometimes with those guys. He said we went consecutive 12-5 seasons, right? And we couldn't get the job done. He brought up Pat Mahomes. He brought up Tom Brady, right? Because let's be real. Playoff success doesn't fall on anybody but the quarterback's shoulders. If you know football, you know if Tom Brady sucked, Tom Brady's getting the blame. If Patrick Mahomes sucked, or if the Chiefs suck, Patrick Mahomes getting the blame. If the Patriots suck, if the Buccaneers suck, Tom Brady's getting the blame. And it's no different for Dak Prescott. He mentioned two quarterbacks leading to team success. All right? That's what he brought up.
Yeah. No.
Can Dak Prescott, like Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Montana, Steve Young, Ben Roethlisberger, those guys are in a tier like never seen before. All right. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, those guys get their regular season flowers like all pro, Pro Bowl, next gen stats, all pro, NFLPA, all pro. That's their flowers. You'll never hear Super Bowl champion next to a lot of these guys. It can be done. Josh Allen can win a Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson win a Super Bowl. Maybe Dak Prescott can win a Super Bowl. But it's going to be rare that you hear Super Bowl champion next to those guys' name because it's very hard to do. And sometimes the talent just ain't good enough, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. The NFL was designed that way. For McCarthy to go 3 straight 12 and whatever seasons, he's getting the team to the tournament, right? And once they get there, the lights of the playoffs, oh shit, let me choke it the fuck up.
Dude, one thing I can say is there's a big Dak fan base army out there. Big fan base Dak army out there. But one thing that I've noticed and that I keep noticing is no one's saying, ha, I told you about Dak Prescott. There's more people telling me, man, I was wrong about Dak Prescott in the last 2 years than there is people telling me that they've been right about Dak Prescott. So what does that tell you? You can tell me Dak Prescott is all pro, Pro Bowl, whatever, until I hear Super Bowl quarterback, NFC championship game Dak Prescott. Let me hear that. When I hear that, I'll buy me a Dak jersey, and you won't hear me badmouth Dak ever again. Don't get me to a Super Bowl. Get me to an NFC championship game, Dak Prescott. I'll support you 1,000%. But guess what? I'm confident that would never happen because that's just the type of quarterback Dak Prescott is in the playoffs, Joe.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. And that's what separates good quarterbacks, which Dak is a good quarterback, right? But he's not great. He's not gonna get you over the finish line. He's gonna run out of gas. And this dude, he's 2016, bro. When we drafted him, Zeke's gone. All those guys are gone, bro. It's
Doug Freed, Ronald, Dak Prescott, or Zeke.
Yeah. So
Sean Lee.
What is all in? All in, with it didn't say, like you said, it didn't sound like there was a resounding commitment there by Steven or Jerry about we're gonna extend him, Mike. So that's gonna be interesting to see what they do there. Cannonball Cowboy here, maybe signing King Henry. You know, obviously that would be like an all-in type of move, but I would still want to see another young guy in here. I think what the Cowboys were good at when Zeke was still good, right? Let's be real. They had a good combination of, giving Pollard his snaps and Zeke his snaps. But once that other element fell off, we saw what Pollard was, bro. He's not an RB1. He barely made it through the season, bro. He was hitting those holes almost like he was jogging at the end of the season, dude.
Right.
So, yeah, going all in. The big names, I don't know how they would do it. That's why I just don't buy it, man. I don't buy that they're going to be going all in with big names,
Right. We got a super chat by Jason Renfro. You want us to believe Jerry? Then put up or shut up. Thank you for that $2 super chat, Jason Renfro.
Jason Renfro. Yeah, and that's exactly what we're all saying, right? Like every year it's a new gimmick, bro. And I've been saying this. I've been saying this right out the gate because every draft cycle, it's a new gimmick, Mike. Oh, the two tight ends. We want to beat Gronk and Aaron Hernandez. So we're going to draft Escobar and put him. And then, we got to get some linebackers. That we went through that. And then here it is again. Oh, linebackers. And everybody's jumping on like, we need Patrick Queen and then Roquan Smith type of dudes. And we'll get in there. It's all gimmicks, bro. Tony Pollard, the web back, bro.
You know how I know that Jerry was full of it? Steven didn't back it up. Steven didn't say we're going all in. Because they always say complete opposites of each other and nothing happens.
There you go.
What's going on this year? They're saying complete opposites, so expect the same result. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah, thank you there, Jason. That's a great one, and that's really where it's at, bro. That's where it's at, man. They gotta go all in. It's gotta be a totally different process, bro. Going all in to me, Mike, getting some guys in here, you gotta upgrade some positions, be aggressive in the draft. Don't just sit there with your hands on your ass and just, I'm gonna wait for the guy to follow me. I see it in the about second round pick. We suck at drafting second round. It's always rolling the dice on idiots, knuckleheads like Kelvin Joseph. All right. Who else?
Randy Gregory.
Randy
Bruce
Gregory.
Carter.
Yeah. The Sam Williams, the penalty machine. It's just risk after risk, bro. I mean,
their last good second round pick in probably 6-7 years has been Trayvon Diggs.
Trayvon Diggs is the outlier. All the other ones, even Sean Lee was a second rounder, and his deal was his health, right? So Jalen Smith, the story, and I'm a Notre Dame fan, you guys know that, but let's pull at the heartstrings of the Cowboys fans. And then here last year, Deuce Vaughn, the little motherfucker, the dad and this and that. Like, it's a good story, dude, but
it was a wasted draft pick, dude.
Dude, it's like people are saying, like, it's all about marketing and this sort of that Deuce Vaughn pick was that, bro. Like, let's have a happy-go-lucky story.
Let's get clicks.
Let's have a happy story here and this and that. But sorry, man, he can't play, bro.
I think Army Mom Heather's right here. Minus Henry, I think Saquon Barkley would be considered an all-in signing, dude. I don't think I want Henry and Barkley. I'd rather want Barkley over Henry. I see more upside in Henry, but I think that would be, she said signing Barkley or Henry. I think she's onto something there.
I love it, bro. I love it. Yeah. The only thing about Barkley, obviously, injury prone. So, and Henry, the age, right? So if you go with either of those guys, that is like an all-in move. But they gotta draft another running back, right? So, and we'll talk about some of these guys here in the Senior Bowl, and obviously through the draft process. There's some good backs in this draft class. Yeah, DJ Reader. I like DJ Reader. I've liked him for a while. Even the last free agency cycle where he was available, He was one of the guys I wanted the Cowboys to get. He ended up going to, I don't even know where he ended up now, but former Texan back in the day and that kind of thing. Deuce Vaughn, yeah. That's the thing. I feel like the Cowboys, they're, this marketing behemoth. Like, they're probably looking at some player backgrounds like, oh, look at this. Read this story. This will be badass if we draft this guy and make it all dramatic and shit. Like, oh, this guy blew his knee out and we're going to resurrect him.
Didn't
this guy
Netflix,
5'0" and he's going to run all over people. Man,
didn't Netflix do a documentary on that? Someone, or was it Amazon Prime? Somebody did a documentary on that whole draft story on Deuce Vaughn. That was all fucking clickbait from Jerry Jones, bro. That's all. That was NFL script material, Joe.
They do it all the time, bro. They did it with Sam. What was his name? Michael Sam.
Michael Sam, yeah.
Free agent. They just wanted the attention. Oh, the first gay dude or whatever. Like, man, like. They're all about the stories, bro. I promise you guys, one of the guys that we're gonna draft, there's gonna be some dramatic little background story and crap like that. When you can go get you a dog, man.
Right.
Oh, no, but Will McClay, we trust in Will McClay. He's the best.
Dude, Will McClay's 50-50, bro. Either
he literally
hit, or you either you hit or you're not. It's gonna be, dude. We brought in Nolan Carroll to play corner from Will McClay. That was Will McClay scouting the free agents, dude. We brought in freaking Poe, Dontarian Poe.
Oh man, dude, that was terrible. That year was just it was a mess.
Dude, that was all Will McClay, bro. Like, someone raised their hand and said, yep, those are the guys we need to help build this team.
Yeah. I mean, it is, man. And he doesn't button up the draft, bro. And I love Brian Broaddus. He kind of coined that, right? Like, oh, Will McClay, he buttons up the draft. No, he doesn't.
This draft, dude, was wasted. If Overshown don't work out, this draft class, bro, hurt us in the playoffs, bro, and it hurt us in some of these losses because you were supposed to have that run stopper. You were supposed to have a linebacker. You were supposed to have a secondary tight end. You were supposed to have Awesome Richards there instead of Chuma Odoga. You were supposed to have a good running back. You were supposed to have a good wide receiver. You were supposed to have a good corner in Eric Scott. None of that happened, Joe. None of that happened.
None of it happened, bro. It's just the last couple draft classes, man. I think he's gotten too. I think McClay himself has gotten too complacent, man. And they've also lost some scouts to other teams too. So, I'm pretty confident that with them in the first round. But outside of that, bro, it can be real ugly, man. Some of those draft classes just straight terrible, bro. It kind of reminds you of, that time where before Parcells was here, just complete wasted draft class, dude.
Not good.
We got 12 players and none of them made the team.
VTP said it good. Maybe Jalen Brooks can do something, which I'm a big fan of Jalen Brooks. And maybe Overshown. But dude, I don't trust these Cowboys with rehabbing ACL injuries, bro. Every player under Mike McCarthy that's had an ACL injury, not good, dude.
Yeah, you mentioned that, Mike, about the recovery process, right? It's like the ACLs and these guys, and I know that they work with their butt off, but it's like, they haven't come back the same in some cases. In a lot of cases, so
oh yeah, a lot of cases.
I'm excited about Overshown, but like you mentioned it, man. Maybe they need to do their rehab off site, man, with other guys, because some of these guys come back.
You go down the list. Name them.
We gotta take 2 years for this guy to be back to 100. Michael Gallup never returned, dude. And it was 2 years they gave him.
Yeah. Jabril the Steel. The only thing he stole was a roster spot. You're looking at
We got super chat here. The goats here, draft community artist, Vosh Lombardi. Hey, bro, man, good to see you in the chat box, man. Salute to you, sir. I just wanted one of his breakdowns. So if you want to do film breakdowns, man, hit up Vosh Lombardi. That's his bread and butter, man. So shout out to Vosh Lombardi, man. Appreciate you, bro.
I will say this though, while he's there. Some people might call me a Voch hater or whatever. We've had our ups and downs, but congratulations on your success with the volume, Voch. Keep doing your work, brother.
Great work with the draft coverage, man. There's a lot of guys that do it, right? There's a lot of guys that they're doing it now. It's the goats that we really go to, right? Like Foots, we do it here. Vosh does a good job, and there's a lot of guys that have been doing it for a while. So shout out to Vosh, man. Thanks for stopping by, bro.
Jason Winfro. Jason Winfro got a super chat in there, Joe. I can't talk on it until we talk about our senior bro players to watch.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is one here too, right? So the dog who won defensive tackle, Devondre Sweat at 6'4", 362, Mike. So yeah, we can transition to our Senior Bowl favorites, man, that we're going to be looking at, Mike. So I'll let you hit this one here. Devondre Sweat, 6'4", 362 something pounds here. We're talking about the Texas Behemoth. What's your thoughts on this player here, Mike?
You watch this guy, and this is what you wanted Mozzie Smith to be, but Mozzie Smith wanted to drop the weight. All right, Mozzie Smith wanted to hesitate getting off the ball at the initial snap, Joe. You look at Devondre Sweat. You see a beast, an animal. I'm trying to. You see a little bit of Jay Ratliff with a little bit of Will Fork. I mean, you just see a little bit of a lot of maybe a little bit of Warren Sapp in there. You just see a little bit of a dog. You see a lot of dog, but you see a little bits and talent of these guys that played that position at a high level. All right, this guy from Texas, under the right defensive artist, all right, can really perform at a high level, Joe. Really, I mean, this guy right here out of Texas, count me in. This is one of my Senior Bowl watchers.
It's interesting. It's an interesting name. For me, I'll be quite honest, bro. And I could be wrong. I do need to watch more on him, but I'm just I see a little bit of hot and cold there from him, and it's just kind of what the Big 12 kind of puts out there here in recent years. These Big 12 defensive tackles. I don't know what it is, bro, but I mean, they look the part, but when they hit the NFL, it's like, okay, where's this guy at now, man? Like, even we've had these guys, your Oklahoma D linemen, that none of them have worked out. I mean, we had Novell Gallimore. He had potential. I remember he was like the fastest DT during that draft class, that draft cycle, and that was kind of his claim to fame, dude, was he had some speed, but it didn't really get anything out of it, man. So I'm just I'm always kind of hesitant on the Big 12 guys, right? Like these guys, the Baylor guys, they got size, but do they have lasting staying power? That's my deal, man. So
you turn on his tape, Joe, you'll see block field goals. A guy that size, block field goals, batted balls, pressure, nonstop. The dude's all over the place.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him another look. And see what the evaluation is there on him. And he might be one of these rare Big 12 guys that actually is good. But my experience with the draft, they say, "Oh, don't judge the helmet." But man, there's a lot of history on some of these helmets. USC quarterbacks, trash. Caleb Williams, he's gonna get a GM fired, bro. I don't like him, dude. Oh, let me paint my fingernails. Let me cry on the sideline over here with my parents. Dude, I need a gutsy, moxie kind of quarterback, bro. And I need guys that are gonna show up, bro. Like your Alabama offensive lineman every year, right? They get drafted high, suck your shit, bro. I don't know the last Alabama old lineman that was really good, and then there's one every year, right? Uh, but there is something to it, man. There is something to where some of these guys come from. But you gotta watch these games for yourself and judge for yourself, right? So that's what the Senior Bowl is, man. We're gonna give you some names, but watch the game, bro. You know what I mean? Watch the game. Don't watch highlights. Watch a player, bro. Focus in on one player through the series and see what is he doing. Is he taking a play off here? Is he giving it full blast to every play? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I watch the Senior Bowl. That's how I evaluate players. Highlights are cool, but you gotta look at the good and the bad. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
yeah, no,
that's what it is.
Mike said another super chat. It says 10 super chat, so I appreciate that, Mike. He said we needed a second receiver to complement CeeDee Lamb. That's basically what he said.
Go.
I think he typed it wrong. He retracted the message, but we definitely need that. Oh, there it is.
My we need a wide receiver, and I agree, bro. I agree, like 10,000%. I said this during the season, man. I just didn't like our wide receivers, for the season. And it took Cooks like almost half the season to get going. You know what I mean? Previous seasons, he was 1,000-yard wide receiver every season he gets here. All the fanfare and man, it was weird, bro. It took him a while to get going. So I still want to upgrade there. Jalen Tolbert, year 3. I mean, we talked about this offline the other day, Mike. What he in total yardage? He doesn't have any yards.
280 yards in 2 years. Michael Gallup's first year, 507. Both of them are third-round picks.
Yeah, you got to get more from your third-round pick, bro, than that. And wishing and hoping and the Dak yard, he's out here making play. We all fall for it. A lot of us do, but I think a lot of us are not anymore. Like the running in sand, running around garbage bags, and even training camp, bro, gets us hyped up. But then they come out here and they don't do anything. I mean, Tolbert had all these plays in the training camp, right? Oh, one-handed catch. He beat this guy and this and that. He beat Trayvon Diggs over here and this and that. And then where were you, bro?
Never good.
Yeah, never good, man. It's just I'm gonna be hard on this team, bro, because it's
we have to.
You have to be hard on this team, man, because it's like we've been trying to get to the Super Bowl. We've been knocking on the door, and that door doesn't open. A trap door, and we all fall through it, dude.
Dude, we're in an escape room for 29 years, and we can't find the damn key to success.
That's a good one, dude. No shit, man. It is like an escape room, man. It's like we're going through the same thing. It's like we're in a Saw movie or something.
Right. You want to play a game? Win a Super Bowl. Shit! I can't do it.
Yeah, man. Man, I'm trying to get this image loaded here. Give me a second here, guys. Let's see if I can get this on mic.
Yeah, bear with us. We're live. Technical difficulties whenever you're live. Appreciate all the super chats. Appreciate all the donations you guys are giving. The Frisco Report in full effect. Every Tuesday we try to do it. We've been so mad at these dang Cowboys. We've missed a little bit of it, but we're back at it. Usually June would take another break, but we're pretty spot on with the March coming up, the Senior Bowl. March, mini camps, draft, rookie mini camps, a little bit of OTAs. We're pretty active around that time of year. And then, boom, the quiet years. Enjoy it. Go to the beach, chill out, go on a little vacation because June is very quiet in these neck of the woods. But trying to get this image up. Is it on your left to show screen or is it popping up at all?
Oh yeah, looks like it's about to load here. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Got it. I think I got it going. All right, here we go.
Boom.
So these are a little bit of the guys that we're going to talk about. These are guys that I've been following here throughout the process, the invites, and first day of workouts obviously are in the bag. And of course, Mike, he'll give you some names here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit on this. Let me see if did that zoom in at all. Let me see. Yeah, a little bit, right? A little bit. All right, Mike. So I'm gonna talk about my first guy here, and that's Latu, the guy over here out of we're talking about UCLA. Latu, right? UCLA guy. He's gonna be a medical guy. He's got some injury history, but I mean, he was out there making plays, man. Up against some of the big linemen there. So he's looking part there. Cowboys, Mike. They could use an edge rusher, right, man? Because I mean, you got aging DeMarcus Lawrence. You've got outside of that, you got Micah Parsons, and then you got Fowler, old as hell. He's probably gonna leave with Quinn if he leaves. Dorrance Armstrong, these are just kind of rotational guys. Man. I think it's time to get some younger guys in here. Sam Williams, I think, gives you potential, but man, the penalties, they're just out of control with him, bro.
Yeah, you definitely need a defensive end if you can get Latu. I think you're doing good things here, Joe. I think I have him. He's definitely top 2 defensive ends coming out of this draft out of UCLA, and I think if you can figure out a way to steal this guy, I think the Cowboys have the 24th pick. I think if you can steal this guy at 24, I don't know how you do it, but
yeah. We'll see how the combine's going to play out, pro days, this sort of thing. But I don't see him making it to 24. I think he's going to go pretty high. This he's definitely a blue chip.
Oh yeah.
Unless
he's probably
with the injuries, could be long.
Dude, when he hits that edge, he has this jump, bro. It's like a mixture of wear, dude. Like he just has this fucking jump. Dude, like I haven't seen that type of defensive end come out since Bosa.
I love Nick Bosa, man. He's one of my favorite guys to watch. You know what I mean? As a fan of football, fan of NFL, you can like certain guys. Bosa, I think, does everything well, man. Plays the run well, pass rusher, tackle for loss guy, strips the ball, well-rounded defensive player, man. But if you can get that out of this guy, I mean, you're in business. And then you got to remember, Mike McCarthy, he is a fan of UCLA. He drafted several players there throughout his career, especially with Green Bay. So he that's has a special place in his heart. UCLA. Another guy that I like, Mike, is your offensive lineman here, Talise Fuaga. A big behemoth type of guy here out of Oregon. The wingspan, bro. Look at that. Hand size, weight, height. This guy's looking good so far in practice. And, would he be an upgrade over Awesome Richards, right? Basically, when you're looking at some offensive linemen, miss on Awesome Richards, Mike. Are they going to need to go back and get another tackle? If they do, I mean, I would feel really good about this pick here. Fuaga, looking good. Keep an eye on him during the game. Watch him. And like I said, watch a series of him in there. Let's see what he's doing against different guys.
Right. No, 100%. No, 100%. My guy, my lineman, Joe, my left tackle out of Arizona, Jordan Morgan, 6'6", 320. The left tackle there. That's one of the tackles that I'm watching. If you're not going to bring Tyron Smith back, if you don't trust Awesome Richards, if you don't trust Matt Walesko, if you don't trust Josh Ball, Tyler Smith feels comfortable at left guard, so he's not moving to left tackle. This guy, Jordan Morgan out of Arizona, that would be your replacement. That would be your ideal replacement. And Jordan Morgan can block. He's the best. I think he might be the best tackle for run game, bro.
Yeah, Jordan Morgan's a guy to really watch too, man. I like what I've seen out of him so far as well. So keep an eye on him. Yeah, man, we need offensive linemen. I think time is running out on Josh Ball. You didn't get anything out of him, and the thing that I'm concerned about: are they going to stick with Solari? All right. Yeah, you're gonna stick with Solari. You better have some blue chip ass players in here, man, because that guy can't really develop shit. Our guys regressed. All right, so
Bad.
you better get a blue chip guy in here, man. So yeah, I like him as well. Tyler Guyton is another player that's been mentioned here as well. I like Tyler Guyton as well. He's another length kind of guy out of Oklahoma. See now, Oklahoma D lineman I don't like. Oklahoma O lineman I do like. So it's it is, it's just how do they translate to the NFL, right?
Right.
Alabama O lineman trash. Alabama D lineman, they're better, man. They play better. Oklahoma, man, I like their O lineman. I don't like their D lineman. So Tyler Guyton, look at that wingspan. This is another guy, man. He's gonna keep your quarterback clean. 34-inch arms, bro.
Oh God.
This is a big ass
Holy
dude, man.
smokes, that's a big ass dude.
Yeah, it's a big boy here. 6'7". I mean, this is the prototypical type of offensive tackle, man. He's gonna be a tackle for you. So get him in here. Make sure you keep Dak Prescott clean. He needs it. Can't have the jumpy feet, bro. He doesn't like the pressure, bro. Because you get the pressure, still kind of hesitant running with the ball. You know what I mean? And he's slowing down a little bit. You know what I mean? So shore it up. What I would love to see, Mike, and there's another player here who I like. Center. There's a couple of centers in here that I like, but I really like Graham Barton out of Duke. I like what he did, bro. I like what he did work there at Duke. Pretty phenomenal. I like the quarterback there at Duke, Riley. I think he transferred. He's a quarterback to watch this upcoming NCAA season. Riley, I forgot where he actually did. He transfer to Notre Dame, I think. He may have. I forgot where he transferred to, but Duke center, Barton, bro. Just stick him at center, bro. Enough of this flex crap. Just give me specialists, bro. You know what I mean? That's the problem here.
Yeah.
And shout out to DMV Fanatic. He mentioned this on one of his shows, bro. And I got what he was saying, bro. We got to get away from the flex guys. Just give me a specialist. This is what I do. This is what I do well, and leave me there. Oh, we all got brainwashed. Oh, but does he have position flex? Enough of the position flex. Give me badass motherfuckers at the position.
You'll see me. When I'm looking for draft players, bro, I look for position flex, dude. I'm just programmed. Jason Garrett got me fucked up with that.
That's what it was, bro. We got brainwashed by that crap. And I was like, man, the DMV's so right with this crap. I'm like, enough of the position flex. Give me dogs at the position. And this is one of them, man. Yeah, he can be a guard for you if you want, but he's a center, bro. And Biadish, I don't want him back, dude.
No, I don't think you can sign Biadish. If you want to go all in, quote unquote, Biadish is an odd man out.
Yeah, Mike. Running backs, I think we can all agree that we're going to need some running backs here, either the free agency or a free agency and drafting one. I love this guy right here out of Marshall, Rasheen Ali, bro. Keep an eye on him. He's had fantastic practices. Runs with power. Good vision, bro, and back. So Marshall, not known for some of the big names. Obviously, you did have Moss, right? Not a Marshall. But this guy here, we need a little power. We need some size at running back. You know, I think you got to get back to. You got to set the tone. You got to be physical. No more small guys, bro. That's why Deuce Vaughn, bro, just he ain't gonna make the team, man. He might be a practice squad guy that they carry out of, the just for the dramatics of it or whatever the hell, like we talked about earlier, pulling at the
Yeah.
strings of fans, their hearts and shit. But give me a bona fide guy, bro. This is one, and there's a lot of running backs in this draft class, underclassmen. But here in the Senior Bowl, guys, watch this guy here. When he gets his opportunities, he will shine, bro. Rasheen Ali, Mike.
I like it.
I like this one here. Roman Wilson. Let's talk about wide receivers, right? We're talking about wide receivers. Yeah, Cowboys need wide receivers, man.
Yep.
Don't stop.
Get
Don't
it,
stop,
get
man. I and people have talked about it, right? They've talked about, hey, we need another number 2. Yeah, we do. Oh, let's go all in and get T. Higgins. I would love T. Higgins, bro. That would be an all-in move, but they can't afford it. They would have to do some craziness to get him in here, right? Roman Wilson out of Michigan, Mike. I like this player here, man. I like me some Roman Wilson. Comes from a good program there with Harbaugh. So, Harbaugh's got some good players. He's given us some good players. Except for
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I know some people would be like, "Oh, another Michigan player," but Roman Wilson can legit play, bro. This isn't Taco. This isn't Mozzie, and then and maybe they fix Mozzie, bro, and that's why I would be on board with Ron Rivera, bro. He knows how to play these defensive tackles, man. Dan Quinn didn't, bro. You saw what
he's supposed to be a D lineman coach.
Yeah, bro. To go out of here, the Englishman, get out of here, bro. Give me some good coaches in here, bro. That's enough. But anyway, Roman Wilson, Mike, wide receiver. I like him.
Tell me about it.
I like him. He can get open. He's a scrappy player, plays with a lot of swagger. And that's what I like about Roman Wilson, and that's what I like about the Florida wide receiver that I have on this list as well. These are guys that I think you need in your program. You need guys that are going to talk their talk and back it up. And that's why I like Ricky Parasol out of Florida, Gator, and Roman Wilson, man. I think these guys, they give you that Tank Dell type of, player. Everybody wants that type of guy, right? Like the guy that comes out. Like Tank Dell kind of reminds you a little bit of like a young Odell Beckham, right? Or like a young the freaking dude who played over there with Seattle. What was his name?
Lockett?
No, Golden Tate, right?
Oh, Golden Tate, yeah.
Like these type of dogs, man. That they're gonna run. They're gonna be out here running over players. They're gonna take ball passes down the middle. You know what I mean? Not afraid to get hit. Not afraid to get squashed. And they're gonna move the chains, man. That's what I like about Roman Williams. He'll be your guy. He can play on the outside, versatile player. So keep an eye on him during the Senior Bowl, bro, on Saturday. Roman Wilson.
My wide receiver, Joe, Xavier Legette out of South Carolina, Joe. 6'3", 227. This guy right here, to me, Joe, Legette, he has a mixture of some Michael Gallup in him, bro. And he ain't gonna be a first or second. He might be a top third guy, a top round 3 guy, maybe late round second guy. Legette would, but I think you could have him on the outside with Lamb and with Cooks. You could keep Cooks and have Cooks in the slot, CD slot, whatever. Move Lamb around like you did this past year. But I think Legette on the outside, dude, his catchability, I like it. If it's by his knees, he's probably going to catch it. If it's out in front of him, he's going to catch it. If it's over the shoulder, he knows how to pinpoint the ball. Legette, dude, if we can manage to get him, that's one of my pet cats so far. He can be our big physical threat, i.e. Des Bryant, i.e. Michael Gallup, some stuff like that. Those are the type of wide receivers I like. And Leggett kind of fits that mold.
He definitely fits the mold of a Mike McCarthy type of profile. You know what I mean? So that's one thing that I'm watching here as well. You know, Mike McCarthy drafted really well with his front office there in Green Bay. They had him coming in one after another. One would move on. They had another guy ready. I want to see that. You know what I mean? I need Will McClay and these scouts to give Mike McCarthy some receivers that can come in here. One leaves, one comes in. You know, we got to retool it, bro. So I like him, man. The one thing that you're seeing right now about him is the discrepancy on the height. Supposedly he measured 6'1". Is he 6'3"? At the combine, I think we'll get the official number on that. But I think that's, you know, it doesn't really, to me, it's like, you know,
he don't play short on the field, bro.
He doesn't play small. So, you know, whether he's 6'1" or 6'3", I agree, man. He's a player that I like as well. So keep an eye on him. Leggett. Mike, another O lineman that is looking really good that I like here out of Oregon. JPJ, bro. Jackson Powers Johnson. Is that not an O lineman name or what?
That's pretty minus.
That is an O lineman name, bro. Jackson Powers Johnson, bro. PJ.
And he definitely has powers.
Yeah, this guy can play, man. And this is a high potent offense. This guy's in good shape. You know, they push the ball down the field and can run it as well, obviously, there at Oregon, pro style offense. So I like what they did there, man. I like how he protected Bo Nix, quarterback over there. Who, you know, let's talk about quarterback. I know that was another thing that Jerry talked about. Oh, we're not drafting for the future. Let's see, bro. All right? If you're not drafting for the future, I want to see protection for Dak. I want to see running backs. I want to see some weaponry, some artillery on the defensive line. You know what I mean? I gotta see it, bro. I gotta see it, man. So
you in order for Dak to have success, you have to give him a good offensive line, and you have to get him a running back, bro. And the running game has to be efficient. If we had a running game in that Packers game, it would have been a whole different ball game, dude. It really would have.
Yeah, exactly.
But, you know, Dak threw the ball 60 times. Oh, well, they were down 27-0. I get it. But if you had a good running game, you wouldn't have to be in that position to begin with.
That's true, man. They were one-dimensional, and they got away with it for a good part of the season. But the teams that really beat the crap out of us, and it was coincidentally, you know, the 500 and up team, well, they could concentrate on shutting down the pass because they weren't afraid of the running game. There was no running game.
Right.
None. You're right, Mike. You're right.
You weren't scared of it.
And they gave us that line of crap last year. Like, oh, we're gonna do running. We're gonna concentrate on the running game and this and that. And here we are. We're flinging it around, and we got away with it, man. I mean, we got 12 wins out of it. But
yeah,
you get into the playoffs.
Pollard only had 2 100-yard games, I think, all year. 2 100-yard games.
And he looked like he was jogging at the end of the season. Like he ran out of gas.
About that, TJ Bass and Brock Hoffman were in the starting lineup when Tony Pollard got those 100-yard games.
I think Hoffman is a good name to remember as well. So if they don't draft an O lineman or, you know, one of these centers, it could be that they have a lot of faith in that development there, which would be kind of shocking because under Solari, these guys, they a lot of them kind of took a step back, but we'll see, man. So
I had 2 more players here to watch.
Yes,
Jalen Ford out of Texas, 6'3", 242, the linebacker. And then I had DJ James, the cornerback out of Auburn, the 6'1". I think that would be your Jordan Lewis replacement.
Yeah.
You keep Deron Bland on the outside. You keep Trayvon Diggs on the outside. And DJ James could be that slot guy. I like, dude, he's not scared to tackle. Business decisions are nowhere in his resume, and I like that about him.
Yeah, we need more guys like that, man. So, yeah, I like those two guys you mentioned there, Mike. These are just a very few of the guys watching here on Saturday. But guys, tune into the game, watch every snap, hone in on one guy, and see what you see, man. Make your own decision. You know what I mean? There's a lot of resources. You know, we're one of them. A lot of the guys, other content creators are out there that do it as well. But watch the game. You know what I mean? Don't watch the highlights. Like, I'll just watch the game, hone in on the guy.
I'll only tell you one story.
Yeah. That just tells you the good part. I want to see something bad. I want to see, this guy's screwing up over here. This guy's a penalty machine. You know, you gotta watch that. The quarterbacks, like I said, there's gonna be some good ones in this game. I don't see the Cowboys drafting a quarterback, although they should to keep them coming in, but they probably won't. But I like Bo Nix. I liked him since the freshman year. I was showing Mike a tweet that I had in 2019 about Bo Nix when he was at Auburn. I liked what he did, and I said to myself, this guy can play, man. And here he is. He's in the fringe first round quarterback conversation. But you got Penix as well from Washington. You know, is he your type of quarterback? Some people like him, some don't, right? So we'll see what he does in this game. Sam Hartman out of Notre Dame. He's obviously one guy that I like. Older player, obviously he's been playing college football here for a couple of years now, but has a beautiful pass on the ball. I want to see what he does, bro. So, but there's a lot of other quarterbacks in here, and there's always a guy that comes out of nowhere, right, during the game, and that's what you want to see. You want to see the guys, stack their practices and take it to the game. So many times you see a guy do something, and then where are they during the game? You know what I mean? So
right. No, that's a good point.
But man, what a start to the offseason, Mike. Everybody in the chat box, we can't do this without you. We're running about there. So that's going to be it for now. Great conversation. Mike and I will be back here next Tuesday to the post game from the Senior Bowl. We'll probably have some names here as who the Cowboys visited with. You know what I mean? Just to get the ball rolling, man. But a lot of draft coverage coming up. We'll be having some mock drafts coming up here with me and Mike going head to head, pick for pick, like we did last season. That was a lot of fun. You guys liked a lot of that we did. So we're going to bring that back. But guys, thanks for tuning in. Mike, let everybody know where they can find you if they haven't already, bro.
On the world famous _ Cowboys Corner on Elon Musk's page, all right? Caused a whole bunch of havoc today. So if you want to go see what I'm talking about, _ Voice Corner, right there on the X. And then, Cowboys Corner right here on the tubes. I think we're like 400 away from 5,000 subs. So I do appreciate every single one of fellow Cowboy fans hitting that subscribe button and just listening to me rand off some random stuff.
Yeah, that's where it's at, guys. We do appreciate it. Pound that like button on the way out, and we'll see you next week, guys. Peace out.